So today we will try to solve a Leetcode problem of valid anagram. So let's read the problem statement. So we are given two string s and t, and we have to return true if t is an anagram of s and false otherwise. So let's see what an anagram actually is. So an anagram is a word or phrase formed by rearranging the letters of different word or phrase, typically using all the original letters exactly once. So let's break it down this problem and try to see what an anagram actually is. Anagram. So anagram is any letter which contains exactly, if two letters contains the exactly same frequency of letters, then it is called anagram. For example, if we see car, so it could have RAC. So if you see the frequency of R, A and C are common, so these two can be called as anagrams. So typically, if we see via permutation for uh, any words having n characters, there could be n factorial by k1, k2, k1 factorial, k2 factorial up to kn factorial of their anagrams, and this kn is the number of letters and k is the frequency of the distinct letters. So if you see, and if all the letters of are distinct, then it could simply lead to n factorial. So as you can see, these could be n factorial could be very large. So suppose for WE, if we see, so it will be 2 factorial, which will be equal to 2 into 1 equal to 2. So there could be two anagrams for it, EW. But as the number of letters means the increases, this n factorial could be very high. So it will be difficult to solve or calculate each anagram and to solve it. So here, as the problem states that we have will be given two strings. So let's try to solve it. Uh, so suppose if we have a string S, that is basically anagram. Let's take the string anagram itself. And T is our, say, Nagram. So as we can see that if first we have to see the size or the length of the each of this, because two anagrams cannot be of different length. So if we see the length of S is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and length of T is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, so their length is same. Now we have to count basically the frequency of each character in this these two strings. So if their frequency is same, then we can frequency of each character is same, then we can say that these two strings are anagram. So let's see. So what is the, let's test the first letter in S. So here if we see the frequency of n is 3, n is 1, then we take G, G is also 1, R is also 1, and M is also 1. And if we take T, so here if we count the frequency of A, there is 1, 2, 3. 3A, count of N is 1, count of G is also 1, count of R is also 1, and count of M is also 1. So if we compare each of their frequency to their, then we will see that each letter has two frequencies. Then we can, in this case, we can return true because all these have the same frequency. So we had got a basic understanding that we have to count the frequency of each letter. So that will be giving us the whether the two letters are anagram or not, and we will be based on that we will be returning true or false. So let's say the code for it. An anagram is. So let's try to solve it via the coding problem. So here we have a method. So in the lead code that we need to return true or false. So first, in order to store the frequency of both the character of the both the strings, we will declare two strings of uh, size 26. So this will be basically an array. So if you see the we have 26 letters in 26 characters in our alphabet. So we will be taking a array of fixed size of 26 length. So we will say it frequency 1 and then frequency 2. Now, first in this first the base condition will be s of length if not equal to t dot length, then we have to return false because as we saw anagrams needs to be of the same length. So now we will run a for loop to calculate frequency of each letter in this. So we will run a loop for int I equal to 0, I less than s dot length. So since both the string letters are of same length, we can take anything. So I plus plus. So now we will store the frequency of each letter. So frequency of s dot char at I minus a plus plus. So what is this? So s dot char at I, suppose if the character here is s dot char at I is a. So a minus a will be 0. So the frequency of letter 0 will be stored in index 0. Then 1 will be stored in a of 1. So like here b minus a. So it will be ASCII character. So it will be subtracting and giving us a valid integer. So similarly, we will be doing it storing the frequency of t. So now we had got the frequency of both. So here now we have to compare if both are same or not. So we will again run a loop. I less than 26. Since we have a fixed number, so we can run a fixed loop of 26. And we will see if frequency at I not equal to, see 2 at I, then we just need to return false. Because in as we saw in the anagrams, both the frequency need to be same. If everything matches, then we have to return true. So now we are done with this. So let's try to run it and see what is the output. So as you can see, our initial test case has passed. Both the test cases passed. Let's try to submit it and see how is it working. So as you can see that all the test case has passed. And if you note down the frequency for this, runtime, the complexity for this, the runtime complexity will be O of n, which will the length of the letter, as well as the if you see the space-time complexity, it will be 1 since we are using a constant space-time, constant space. Yeah, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel for more further videos. Thank you.